So as most folks who look at higher education, we take a look at our options. And as I did, I looked at programs within the region, I looked at online programs. Ultimately, I chose Sacramento State, and I couldn't have been happier with the result.
The faculty are amazing. They're practitioners. They come from different parts of the university. I really enjoy that this program has a mix of folks with a policy background and an education background. And in education, it's not just K-12 or not just higher ed, it's both. And I think that was critical to the mix of the program.
What's fantastic about the faculty is not only are they going to be interested in you while you're here, but they're going to be mentors and advisors to you for a lifetime. The faculty here are committed. They're tenure track faculty, they're tenured faculty. We are typically not going to hire adjuncts, as many online programs do. The faculty here at Sacramento State are going to be committed to your success while you're here on campus and beyond.
Within a doctoral level program anywhere, my opinion is that you learn as much from your colleagues, your cohort members, as you will the instructors. And no matter how advanced technology is for distance education, you don't get that connection at that level. And for me, that was critical.
Meeting in person is critical because of the human element that's involved. There's nothing like being able to speak with your professors one-on-one or sitting in a group and hearing each other's responses to the readings or trying to work out very complex ideas. You just can't get that in an online program. Being in person is what it takes to really work through this very, very complex and important information that you're going to be learning, and it's been an invaluable part of the program for me.
Pursuing a doctorate is a team effort. It's a commitment by the individual and the whole family and the circle of friends. It's not an easy task, but the cohort system makes it much more easier than doing it on your own.
We want to make sure that there's camaraderie within the cohorts. Our program is designed on a cohort model, so those cohorts are going to be there to support you and to thrive and to grow academically, not only here while you're at Sacramento State, but as you move forward in your career.
You know, it's kind of an overused cliche that all ships rise, but the reality is that we did hold each other accountable, that we did hold each other to high expectations within the classroom and outside of the classroom. I think because of that, we have a connection and a strength that really has continued to evolve. And those relationships and those friendships are so much deeper. The reason that the EDD program at Sac State works and the reason that you're able to get it done in a short amount of time is that shared accountability that comes from everyone within the cohort.
So I think the cohort model is one of the greatest features of the program, because if you're having trouble and if you're thinking you want to drop out or you're not being successful, there's a whole group of other people that will pull you back in and not let you quit. And when you're going through a really intense program, that's important to have that support.
We argue whose cohort was better than the other, but nobody wins.
Being in Sacramento, the partnership was natural with public policy and administration. You know, to give students who come here a feel for education policy and the importance of education policy. Thinking about economics, thinking about political science, thinking about some public administration, in regard to making education policy. The reality is, if you want to change the world, as many people who come into an education doctorate degree, want to do some very practical things to make the lives of students and their future lives better. They still have to do it within a political and with an economic system, and which costs money. So this degree, then, the partnership with public policy teaches some of those ways to think about it. Some of the trade-offs, some of the economics, and it may be a bit daunting for students, but I think overall students greatly appreciate that little bit of diversity that they get in this degree program.
All of our professors had first-hand experience in higher education and also connections, not only in the policy realm, but also at the practical level, on campuses, and also at the K-12 level. So the reason why this was the perfect fit for public policy is because so many people who work at the Capitol receive their training here at Sac State.
Here at the Doctorate in Educational Leadership at Sacramento State, our program is designed as a 3-year experience. The first 2 years, you're in courses. The final year, your third year, you'll be working on your dissertation with your committee, your dissertation committee. And then, if you're on track, you'll graduate at the end of that third year. And this program is designed especially for working professionals. You will attend courses on Friday nights and during the day on Saturdays, every other week. So it fits, this program fits into the schedule of a busy, working, successful professional.
During the EDD program, I actually had twins. So I was in the middle of the dissertation process, and I was successfully able to graduate within the 3 years and finish my dissertation, as well as receive the Graduation with Distinction Award. Being honest about the time commitment is important. It's not just every other weekend. Every weekend you're either going to be going to class or writing or researching or doing your actual data collection. And so just being upfront about that is important. At the beginning of the program, we had to get a letter of support from our employer, and I almost feel like more important is a letter of support from your family, your friends, and people who are also reliant on you for success.
And there's a lot of things that we do in support of students in making sure that they have the information that they need to be successful. When you're a prospective student, we have info sessions, we set up conversations with students and alums and faculty. When you're actually a student here on campus, we're going to set up a preview day, and there'll be an orientation, and there'll be an introductory seminar for the doctoral experience. So we are going to do a lot to make sure that you have the information that you need to be successful as a doctoral student.